Nedbank reported that deposits at the bank increased by 10% in the period under review, while it saw lending up 6%, adding that it managed to gain some market share in the areas of home and vehicle loans. The lender noted that its credit losses came down substantially, seeing the consumer with a more positive view.
Starting with the macros, prime at 10.5 with the latest cut last week is a lot more conducive to consumer lending and their ability to repay. So that's a positive. Low inflation is also a positive.
The bank also announced that it would be selling off its 21% stake in West and Central African banking powerhouse EcoBank. This, as it says, it wants to focus on businesses it has overall control of.
We remain optimistic about the opportunities on the continent, Nompu, but more in particular in East Africa and Southern SADC Africa. We've had an investment in EcoBank for a number of years. Unfortunately, it's only a 21% stake, so it doesn't give us the opportunity to own or control that business. We would much rather own or control businesses we operate because we think we've got better ability to execute. It's also fair to say that, I guess the business case originally would have been that Nedbank and EcoBank would have collaborated to serve clients, to serve South African clients that were moving into West Africa. And many of our clients are no longer in West Africa. So this is a strategic decision by Nedbank to disinvest its 21% stake in EcoBank and redeploy those funds and efforts into our existing businesses in South Africa, in SADC, in particular Namibia, where we see amazing opportunities with respect to LNG and resource finds. Same in Mozambique. We think that economy is going to show tremendous growth over the next 10 years.
While citing a positive macroeconomic environment in terms of lower inflation and interest rates here in South Africa, which is expected to bode well for consumers and in turn the bank's business, Quinn says factors like the higher US trade tariffs set to kick in later this week are likely to continue to temper with business and consumer confidence, with the bank now pegging economic growth of 1% for 2025, a far cry from its more optimistic estimate of 1.5% earlier this year. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.